near radio and at TV no Mothers TV face on YouTube no Mothers TV Ghana, Facebook Mothers 102.7 Accra. Ebi so obi se bra kofi me say send no message a me patch WhatsApp. Before na WhatsApp I na mani e ba ko pe 0531 9309830 0531 9309830. Ni am just on Kofi Boache enche na hema beka we ka me ho na ye da kenya no aba besom ene anopai e wo ye dwumadi eso anopai. Ray, good morning to you, sir. Okay, thank you very much, bro. Matonka osana pay o Kumase asante mantem wono mo abie mo atese ne me no ka se dwumadi o mo hwebi na o mo tiri pa ma do Kumase ma me nhia me angasa me papa onunya for Maxwell Kofi Juma papa mache me gidi se bibia boko de na me ncha mo fan so COP so call retired on COP Kofi Boache ofa me chia omo nim no me ofa nim po pa no ofa ma chia no pay me gidi se ho ya bibia boko de ofa ase me so me wa ha che se ja for God and country ti yesom na yasom eye oman Ghana asom oman Ghana so eye pa e dia bo sha eye mo rem na yen sha se na entwe komo ba ko me ne miensa na afietime apem so Eddie akọ yenim. Okay, I'm watching live all the way from South Africa. Thank you very much. You this one here momodi na eja manapay mo fa bi ngugum ohum. Eja mitaka na sem egugum. Oh, eja minta, good morning to you. Bro, ya feel pa you this bibia boko de. Oh, egugum bra. Nyambele wati stretch your cry just say full support any for them yet tawachi pa the morning na ebi koma abeka ebedeza abeka, good morning to you. Kafra election and go through sa alpha amount but you see the enka wa ha actually be the home komo back door. Yet now I can't say be a mouth of he say ye nim ye keka but ebusia ye nim ye keka pa but your mind any teaching or mind ye so nti ye frefra bintuma frefra bintuma se na be ya ye ma ensem nyina emma abontene kam sa na che say ye kama etumi e dia maye enti ye monwremu na ensam aba emontene so ama me kan fa eno enhyase emfa ema ba bia obia ye Ghana card ya ye use ya ho ensensem onse e kan say ye Ghana card no ye use this ya no ukọ ba bia no ye Ghana card so far say ukọ ba bia ye Ghana card. In fact say o parcel be kra ba ewo lorry stations ahodo kwa na okokra na usually odu ha Ghana card ahodo ene ye na miamia bebre ho so a okwa Ghana card ye jikra na ye photocopy eni ade a ye check na ensem aba emontene eso efa sa ensem ne ho na say new LI aba ewo oman Ghana mo ampanyufo ene de aba etimamno tube bo asenya be sima be enu miensa no ema won ti ase se ne ensem na gasa esi etiem o say photocopying Ghana cards for transaction now illegal as amended LI 2111 takes effect. It's a new LI, a legislative instrument. So what's LI? A legislative instrument. I say, and for na say, and this and she no etumi abab. It's already new LI be aba. A LI 2111 or say photocopying Ghana cards for transaction now illegal. Okay, eti ma men kai brofo ne kakra fama obi a OTM mi a me body tofa e de ama eye mi ankasa me na ama giman ene mo a so aka mo tie yem mi ankasa me asantini ba ntie ne eja ma na papa men chia 024 or 72 ababio na anapai onkwasom ahemfo wo my Ghana nyina ransom obi a enkwaso ye secretary upon adom ne nhira e de ma ahemfo a wo o man mu nyina na nanom ahema nyina se erade koswa enkrabo omamo Bible na omamo nimdie eni nyansa bebre mo de betete ye enchirima yenso yeba ma meto so emfa ema o say photocopying of Ghana card photocopying or visually inspecting a Ghana card for the purpose of conducting transaction is now an offense and following the coming into force of the legislative instrument LI 2111 so the bidding eka no mame come anim kakra bia ma bone tofa e wo twi kama mo e de ma o say under the new regulations biometric verifications is now mandatory for identified verification in transactions, replacing the previous practice of relying on photocopies or visual inspection of Ghana cards. Now they say miamia would be okwa yes Ghana card be a why also ma for kwati twa on the Ghana card at the phone so na okwa baby a or the akwakoye ni nyina sa na mane nyina se me na okasa de abai e de tabo atoso a enya de asa adwumadi ahodo ni nyina no ye betimi amana koso biom na epoko baby a eye miamia ahodo a na so contract business a e wo so do akwa de tima won odo wonsa etintim so say na okoye Ghana card about don sa to affiliation no ya ha what don sa ebetintim ni nyina eso efi ene aircrom. The amendment law which is laid before the parliament 3 months ago and gazetted on Wednesday that say enra dey and asanhye we ebaye July 15 imposes sanctions on individuals and organizations that fail to comply. Eti adwumaku awodone panyefo ahodo a wonom de samra o manfanye adwumane de asamkese pa e na ebeto omo the minister responsible for National Identification Authority NIA is expected to address the public in the coming days on the implementation and enforcement amendment law. Ti enche oswafo a wodasa adwumaku na no e ba behwe na afi ode mu ncheche mu mapa akasa no etimi Aba besum eye. Meanwhile, organizations wishes to interrogate with the NIA's identity verification platform have been advised to apply. Eti ene panyefo ahodo a wonomo na omode sa Ghana cards ahodo adwo wonom akachine nyina no wonomo ebehwe no omone panyefo etimi akwakodi esa woso e wo sa ensenemu. Eti LI 2111 ensures that the Ghana card remains the primary and sole official form of national identification. But Ghana card the performer as what in say pray there baby abekobianos near chire se uye Ghana name na Ghana name apade there they are not taking it away. Still Ghana card any idea eye nyina so eti pacho se ukura bia but more so obehwe wo die ye pa so Ghana card ne de eya de hia de kese pa e wo eye oman Ghana mo emprempre. With recent amendments, the law also strictly penalizes institutions or individuals who visually inspect or make photocopies of Ghana card instead of using mandatory biometric verification. As you said, who will be baby or aside o Ghana card or no, yan G photocopy dibium. And also being general card nesan or si go through dabi udua ye bema wo de wonsa etintim afidie so. It is at the end of the day me pacho ukra Ghana card. Now when him say card na ekura wonom, you didn't go through the verification processes. Say wo de wonsa ko tintim afidie so. Any the Ghana card na ma wo dia any efre na kono medofo hweyie. If it's a okwa sam ya bia hodo bi na ye je Ghana card ni wi a ye bema aye besa bisa asafa wonsa etim afidie ni so na so do sa ko tim afidie ni so na se ene wonsa ankwa asem kese e na ato. That means omo nam krom ha a omo kra Ghana cards ahodo meanwhile they have not gone through any verification process there. You are you are warned one kasa ginaye and I think the decision I'm paying for the Abano is on the right course, because I'm telling you there are so many Ghana cars flying in the air. At the end of the day, many of them didn't go through verification processes. It's partial. If in the air baby a wo bia no so kra Ghana car so wo hwe me anase wo tie me na when him say card dey crown no won go through verification processes say biometric there wo dey okwada wo dey kokromoti na wo dey team so na wo dey bia won satia we wo dey team so wo dey we team so and akra card there. Be very very careful with the one kasa and abomodi na show hu yi. And I think say ebeboa because omo kota same ahodo Eya Ghana sema hold way be. It can be Telecel, it can be Airtel Tigo, it can be MTN for ADAB. I want no more ADA bonya hudo nyina also should be careful because at the end of the day no okọ baby na say odo sako team so na amfa ma odia. At the end of the day you might find yourself wanting. It way any new Elia aba emontine so enche also for ni pay frank kasa de munchire mu adosu kon ebe but we ensama aba na pay Kofi Magye break akada bi di tu obi afo said ebe ya mo amuketa cars ahodo at the end of the day wonim say card na ekura wo no adwumadi a esena emfata endi no but modern say wan kasa obetu ho efo na wahwe ho yi say the beya wankofa assembly emfa emre wa kasa ho eti medas be bia wo bia anapen say empenyefo nsema wo dia ba the permission Magye break achechire wo mu ama wate ase baby a wo bia no bekoso na mada wase kese pa ene adopayiti yenina ye ho yi because sometimes I meet people who say this person is a foreigner, but okra mobile phone. Chip shim. Would me sending the mobile money, crowd money. We shouldn't do these things to ourselves as Ghanaians. Ghana for we are doing this. We are selling or minor. Your security, your integrity, and your tone. At the end of the day, I am telling you, opa nante kwanso. Me adesa baby I'm nante kakwana. There are a lot of foreigners. We kasema yenji omo omo no. That's not what we are saying. But who say the pass mesi pa onye Ghana ni. But at the end of the day, so buano amana yesadia and then me dofo. Why you careful na wash ye? Because they say kradom. So wo do Ghana card. Eko register sem edi ama ubia. Sheniye. Yeah, you feel say Ghana card, obi pe sim, obi pe bibi, it's now all the katakata the son patron ye, okoye papa dia, and then yamenka ho, you are good to go. But the part of court, nasa okoye dane eye boniam. At the end of the day, you will find yourself wanting. About a big problem. And tiena, yabo body san the pay betu your home for, na ya share hu ye, ewaye, or my Ghana emo. Na sanitation and chebia akere na ma agina jode da idea jam ma me ngina adwe check ran na matwa so de pay na ma de pay match na chese ma me come anymore na ma chese ne ya pem som abusha yan koyenim na enchebia na oba my Ghana mu a ka me ayese oman panyi e de emra e ba ye sanitation kama e wo oman ne mu. But you know, come here said that certain places are still no, and near my yes, go a pan is still there. It's your best various assemblies, you know, and I am minister for your local government or for Ahmed, and in some about Montana, Okopiemo, a domain market and an important hole, a coyer around Skakra, a home. Now, Oshima, not to say, a year in Radi Bebre, no, yes, a son, and that if you hadn't mean that. A good kwa hono bebre eda so egu ho eti ana pay kokoboni afuto na honorable Ahmed edia ba kama mpanyifo nyina ati bi say various assemblies na me patch on pay environmental agencies war sector senior momode se bo betim ho agu emontene eso na baby a mo bedu bia no enwura na yesesa ya na abamegu ekwa no that so go ho yesesa free ho from Sunday up to now. It's sure shada enter, but we can't predict the weather. My trainer is sure enter. Na ensa mpiani nyina emegu eye gatas awodo demo na ensa nkofa problem ensa enfa emre yebesre. I think so there's a video someone sent to me. I think secondary area ho baby yebehwe se benya sa video na ye dia to secondary area ho ya te se secondary takrade e bottom ho eye enwura hodo a wonom sesa ya ababegu ekwan ho nyina no is still there. It is various assemblies ho nyina so monhwe na motibe moa na yen kle ni nyina first na be beboa ama o man mo ati na ni see June 29th or 30th we will not recall such an incident in the country again. Can I imagine it? I'm in na oba hema entwetwe nkomo na afi yento aso anape na hema just I don't really know the reason, but I know say asem de be fia on na ne wo fa asefo nya ye be che eti yes everything the anape na hema kwiya kode ye bo aside the first na hema matching
yes so
but called ye
I don't need any experience me way.
Yeah, the Nyamias Casepa. And I paid the Jay in a bit much of the answer a man come fa.
First time, good morning.
I see.
Share first time.
Okay.
Don't quite in the mud.
And here when you're the place, I know. Are you first time? Yeah, a very shum. It's a boy. But if you be sad, was an animal pay.
But could man go to one stream?
Seriously, and said Johnson on her hand.
So, where dear?
Yamiadum. What do me?
Or the next watch,
Aye,
better Yamias. Now, say, a regular egg crying.
Aye,
now one person has subscribed. Say,
go. Emma.
First time.
And the parent first time, the patcho, I forgot your patcho George to away. Oh, your reports now, and I'm the first time. No money at Japan, to me, reports.
If you won't pass your answer, I'm Martin for crying, no, my casa, as I say. Who said, got us near tea, yet here it said good. They say no say me beside say what can I say me Yakopon dia family insuring toy. They say so to ejemu sesi na kwa say juma na ye na beye kwa. Nti esempanyfo a mo ese omo clear we ni nyina no. Omo nhwe no monye. Cause since you na ntotoye ye started I think the last week. Ebe na and to gidigidi people na egugu. Eni ade ba to gidigidi pa. Ne be say pia nwa na kugata nim.
Okay.
Then so Ghana man penny said be say kwa edwuma bi ma
yes I boka
said ye enra eyi onmonyamfo Ahmed Ibrahim say aka say 2 days ya Ghana man penny de boy na ya ade na ye hwese na be ya e be hu say ni betimi atie hog mountain so aye edwuma nti say ni hu say Ghana for say ye de sia yo nti ahwekra 2 days ni so amaye ba ko me entwema ni ndu sam pempen so no
okay
enu sam pempen so no say ya ye edwuma awie na ewura bebre egu kwam na mebusa se wo ma bola cars ni yenya bi
okay
anas be bi e betu nru anagu ni yeni bi anas sen
I see
so because we say ye adwuma ye pre na yesesa ye pra na yesa na ye pre na yesa na we say apre aboa no nyina no na so akwakoye botan si baabie
okay
ye be say sa ti se me se botan na egu enwura na da ne botan Enti dada ne botan ye siwe na se me pra me fie dia me duru we bi na se mu na se me ja to obi
okay
me boa na kwakwa etimi fo su ban na so aba beda ne se be setimi fo na ye ndi ehun ni sebi but ye dia se ye ne yenye
okay
yenye na enso na die ebe to but se ye nto ye no ya tete gata stimu die but see dia se ye yi fi kwa ho ye yenye mfi ho
okay na enti mo man mo enti fama ye nyina ebe das kase pa me di komo na me ka se Ghana kar na hema ho nsem no mpanyefo atabira kwa nemu se yese me amia hodo bo wa se okoda koduru ho apart from Ghana kar dey be some how certain team so me feel se be boa because na hema illegal Ghana cars wo Ghana ha no ho ni bebrebe dos papa me am peso aso hoi ade sa yanom fo mo ho nyina na obi ekra Ghana card o the only crowd mobile phone mobile money number there ade nyina I mean how
we dey nya mobile money account abra we ni Ghana card
I mean it's I knew like the every day pa me ho bia bi ho say okwa apart from Ghana card yes am fa okokro team so
to confirm
na fair
fa de na se nya wodi na se okoye nkwan chen die no kura se mra be chew e so ehu sa ne a chew ofi abeboa enye Ghana card nkwan se kura obi enye Ghana ni enso oni Ghana card da bo hu sa de a eda enso se me ye Ghana ni pakro ni obi
okay
into I den wenya bi nim se de make woti ase dia me say no Ghana card na emma yakonya ne say obeye enema be say passport ene ne be etete sa na me so me ni Ghana card me de nya passport
okay
you was me ko passport dey fa me nsa e boa ba me ni Ghana card into me dey ko passport so into e be boa pa if say nya sa dia ntwagum ne doso
I see
ntwagum ne go say na Ghana card no ko bitim wo mi because it's sundin we but But see, they say if I want Sunny Bemudi, I say and sat to immediate different no. When I made the any pet
that
AC. Yeah. See no beboa.
Okay.
Pa, be mo moswa. O ma fa atwa mo so say man on be no hu. You better you mo na.
So when I ask us pa Ghana so when so gusu a otie ene anapa e Mothers 102.7 enche e bebo record wakrata hodo no na fa wi a ye exclusive interview no etimi atoa so e the amount e foga ye mo wura mo ho na ye nye ko wakrata no ni aba eni anapa no na afa wi pe etimi mo wura na ye fa ko hwehwe no ento aso e fa ma o hwa be na no so aba pa ho sima ye aduonu nine as say 740 Mothers 102.7 eso eti ye sha ko wakata na na ye monwem na afa wi a ye fa ko botwetwe ento aso efa ma the overseer me dey share video na say anope the overseer no dey me no ka say the orunya for Sami Jemfi CEO for Gold Board in phone ni eda ho kama pa si Gold Board Ernest Nakok with a year 12.65 million for landmark gold seizure and no ebo anymore. As for the cabinet restores full reserve status to Achimota Forest. Me deno. Would I didn't cripple. So I'm not gonna say the Achimota Forest are buying so a year papa. Because oba crap na according to one of my omode flight ferry na omusu do Achimota Forest na ohwe efoma ne fe no hopefully hope na na yamane aka nyina asede kuro no ahiye bibie wo ho no eti ye hwene ntimi emboa na America saboaje e dey nsema monte o say unbroken after Iyoko detention, vows to lead NPP Communications Directorate. Okay, so in himself that position there, why press conference oba the and no pay we any say brain out to oversee ko wakrata na obenya bi akenkan ewo mu.
Delhi Guide enamede to us so Delhi Guide ko wakrata ato is forcing KSL. Dr. Kesa to forcing akasa ewo Delhi Guide ko wakrata mu. Government to earn 550 million Ghana cedis from KGL in 2027 and no a woman. Saso and a year energy commission for so akasa munipami no one sem epio kuwakrata mu. Na NPP annual election in 3 Ashanti constituency and also what Delhi Guide kuwakrata mu. Kofi asamba ko Delhi Guide emi no baba ko the miracles ye no. But somebody to say, any that one.
Okay.
So on akasa na.
Miracles akasa.
Ti we do na kan you. Nyamia. Ana.
Akwa kata na nwe bo kama Daily Guide.
What said ye?
I see Iyoko never quizzed me on a year 55 million stolen cash. Nti the chino.
We were not a on one account.
Wow.
Nti the any me a chair. That's so born na yes so saying. Bakuni. Ba was saying yes sir. Yefi miracles and yefi any ancient modom kuma so mrashibedum na enmada mrashibedum ko asetinian oh yete santi yato santi yefri ho dom kuma ina na won se fi okofi no mu fi ho no Bank of Ghana briefing
aye
mo so mo ntia yesem trofo na esi mo montinem enti ni omo so ne sem trofo nbeko so mo ina efri ho I didn't know obi aba dey sem trofo tin we quite the most omuye no be sem trofo nshim no mo tira o madwin paayi we ni ensemble and the Delhi Guide ko wakrata
Mame fa Okunni Daily Graphic and to media so ene anopay Okunni Daily graphic. Cabinet approves mining law overhaul. Lands Ministry touts gains across sectors. For Emmanuel Amakofibua and then some way free Nakachia. Achimota the end so Wahabioma and so na Nakachia ede free Achimota Forest regains original status. And I'm on prayer camps now. A hobby brain and unbending. A watch motor forestry.
Ubia a session A1, A2 society, be what a Dawson rough. It's one money a bayo. A
bayo day. And you know, the minister, Yajani, friend home. Motorists raise concerns over Accra Tema motorway project, almost more brew requirements of a contract. Any abiding tempana monk come home, my darling, so when I send a bit easy traffic. And also, no, our Daily Graphic man, Otobia, Obenya can ewo mu.
Me de breso sem the Chronicle and trust na Kofi share the Chronicle and semia. Wono nyamfo Emmanuel Amakofibua and semia no copy mu ewo Public Accountability Series Jumedi na seno government accountability series Jumedi aseno wakasa efa enbi na aka achimota forest yi wakasa ekasa galamsey eno obi no ba sand mine no ho wo mo anwea no wo mutu o mo mfa eta sakrofo nya say bi ni permit o eno mo mpapa abuwe just a permit ni na enkura wo mo ento no nyamfo Amakofibua akasa afa ho na Kofi wo mo local Rubber process rejects monopoly claims and no womb. Na him for so akasa echwe sementi mo ase tebri no mo de enchemu aba weni ensemble and what the Chronicle kuwakrate.
Mamefa Daily Searchlight sorry media no so na pay the Daily Searchlight me fa sorry media so ahianfo dictatorship minority walks out and you know na him asori no de ba no onunya for Alexander Afenyo market was say mre bia onunya for ahiafo betinem na search say opija betire ni too much on my shoulder pad number from we for onunya for Alexander Afenyo market so no de aba monte na ya to aso dia me no ka say NDP no fires constituency executive elections in the strongholds and I am in carbon so edada end of 5G monopoly and also no as NCA ends exclusive 5G infrastructure and opens Ghana's wholesale and pay and so abefun tentafidi internet ho essence be wo mu a obenya bi ekenkan ewo mu anapay na saba ko ho me de Argentina set up monumental World Cup final against Spain after comeback win over England with the more do they said I'm out for so na I say Messi obesa peja cap no cause peja cap na
ya mi so she ho say ya mi ni Messi na na
so omo person
ya mi so England
Lamine was Spain
Spain ni Argentina
no ko final and they say Barcelona any Real Madrid fans no to kwasa simbium say Mbappe ebo Real Madrid ko third okwa third na Lamine so ewo Barcelona ono kwa the friends say first either first or second
but media say Spain Argentina until Lamine Messi na Asia
omo nyina say for we a former Barca player and we a current Barca player okay and so there and but Ronaldo fans na dwala pa cause omo say Messi I say opeja we na so opeja bi Messi me Ronaldo opeja ba akokra
any say no nya omo ne class man impeja na
ana I play football fans any minute can coupe
another
pair for Ghanaian say we dwala pa say no George na edi me hene
George Mamentia
because George the former player and the current player omo nyina wo ejina mu at least still e bia akoma no
na say George no Obasa
Obasa and Ghana wo friend say Real Madrid but na Real Madrid say Mbappe wan ko final Ronaldo super cap na bi danti Ghana de wa boka
Kade Kaba
it by George na edi hene
George be di hene
King George
because they say they do hene
and them no man can't show I forgot
Musa so did hene next time
I forgot no and I'm yes sorry
yeah best sorry so ha say ya na dia kare de ya foku hu nsem ya ene wu
also oba
and na weja ba we ma she bedwani say ni pesu aso for no so ani abere pa
and mo say mo ye news wa anymre na
mo demonstration Jerry must go yes
okay
and no mo ye wo duku akra tan do na so e de aba eni
so but that's kese pa Ghana so really no asugusu a uti ena na peye won komotwe wa hanti ye tena fe de san komotwe no ato aso no nyamfo no aba bedu ha da na ja ye fa komotwe no ato aso emfa ema na o tena se na me ko ton sans papa emfa ma e wo cars Estate Ghana Limited. A honors as Papa Pena, the whole Ghana, Benyabi at all, do one maniac. If it's a hobby assassin, at the year, Uncle Tassa, so ho, Emma assassin, Emma problem, Emfa, Emma, baby, Ubiano, whatever my Mr. Pat Cop, the Coton Sass Papa, our cast Estate Ghana Limited. Na me passion, Okotasa, so holiday, Kaisa, a Ghana waterfall, or more pipes or more driven than I was so that and no one our face and our Quaco cheese you and the other ECG. And I'm on Canyon, so the no can say post was so come, it's your top. Not as a Oko anymore, and it's up. Mr. Ensassin, and then with them, and then they're chrome, come, mouth for Christ, one more time, a chow, Eddie Asia, Cast Estate Ghana Limited, and who the rubo, and a penable, Eddie amount of Kodokoton's house, Papa, Ewoho, the batch of offices in the door, so Ebi wa Tessano, Ebi Ewa Kasua, Ebi wa Shaman, Ebi Ewa Amasaman, a constituency, a whole engine out, Kodokoton's Papa, Ewa Cast Estate, Efa, and Mammy. Now, and no etching a patch of Omanambes, no, how, a ubisi brag of your numbers 0302 963-740 0302 963-740 and now 0248 325 508 0248 325 508 Abusia ebadaska sepa mensa kamyanga samenya be mampanyi ewa ha onya for Ishmael Kojo Abaka bacho otan se mamya ka be me de pa na afoganyo asebia esi onya for Ishmael ho oseme sofo bia ma me dwene ho a menti ase papa na answer obesoro no ankasa onya for Ishmael nipa no woni wa o hwa branch ye ni mu a
oh I see.
Already look alike, pal. That I am a suffer. And now we positive way, no. And was some picture, no say, hey, please ask him here, my Jimmy, my brother, and I'm saying that who you Voltarian or no, you're fancy, as I know it's in Pacho and Nadia.
I was saying you go.
Aye, suffer promise, but I can also enough for Israel about home. Never more so. Yababe Chum. That was good morning, say.
Good morning.
You see a yache.
Papa.
But mimiti ase pacho na djuma dosun bruta eti obofa area hanko ade wa say boss anytime he's around the area and they definitely obejibre na oni yen atwetwe enkomo pacho no for Ishmael Abaka na pay meneno ehia e wa hai oyo panyin pa ba ko e ye oman Ghana mo wadaroma pacho oye presidential staffer office of the president and government communications na pay the ye boremu Ghana mampanyin akache na enkomo bebre ho a yetimi atwetwe ba ma meni ka wa na konya ebia na empanyifo be opese o che omo ansa na afia se komo twetwe no ase
maminchi a oye etiefa wuti Mothers TV na Mothers FM na mankade bebe Ghana ye du sisia no osere nyina ezi enwo hye Ghana
okay
na yeboa Onti yeba Africa senda yempede yeba select nkofo epede che Ghana fo nyina
sure
na yekade yeda wana ase wo aboter na rehye wo aban no mu na omampanyin na asema anyi de Ghana nyi biara nanyi da kwande Ghana be ye no onfa jezi aboter isupa onfa nta anichi
okay
na ansa na 4 years boso a Ghana fo bakade ye mo 4 years onti omampanyin buhun konta no obuhun konta bia bohun de ozomano efi bebi a na onye ozekosi bebi a omano sesiara owanwonsen
okay Yabadaska say pa no pay yemurum na yenhye eye ensem no ase yefrefre eye NDC for any amemo so far ene o mapanya ka che na afi ye ba no na afi yabora eye ensem ahodo so ewo emu ba mefni kan fa nhye nwodhwe na ase na yemurum eye tetem ho sensem a ekoso ewo my Ghana mo prempren de yatesa kopiem ewo court but is there the need some mapanya emra mountain so on my press statement, on my casa, and I say, what do we do? Term issues are echoes for my Ghana.
Munyamadasi, on my pain is as in your Dramani Mahama. Nara actual craters are come or ye National Executive Committee of the party.
Okay.
The Netemusa on Kobu.
Wow.
Actual crater no chono or one first term or 2025. And the as kama or National Executive Committee was some wants to issue statement there on paying the terms on Yaza Obokobu. As we speak, no Omampanyin ankasa se ne term no 4-year mandate no so. Ochede we twa 8 years. 4 years Ghana for the man. Na 4 years osonso man akonye mu abosodi. Onya azobokobio. Nanso nde yehwe ndwuma orizi wo manima. Ahemfo, asofo. In fact, Ghana for ehwe service of bebre wa ba. Ni nyina was Ghana for se mbrane makwando mampanyin nkobio a ono onkobio. Na mpanyimfo wa aka no fantikesem de obrapa ojoru akwan. Obrapa ojoru akwan. Se eye wadi ye ya at the time one point free there I have to exit no. Ebono nkofo se de still I want to listen to you. Ano chere wo nkomo na reason no auto aswom. But se wo nkomo na reason wo platform kasedo no. So onto aswoma ebono inwie yumpo no nkofo bonsem mo there ye nakọ. This is a president Afro barometer. A lot of survey was it wakoye Ghana force say mbramo kwana on sen mbrebio. Ena ono say dabi man ka say mo 4 year mo bedin mfida na mo 4 year we amede meta ma aso moroko nti party nhwe obi fofor ana party ya ho bo botum zenya bi fofor ema 2029 we besima name. Na individual ankwankuri atem asem no go Supreme Court not because Opedo John Dramani Mahama visit him but Opedo ohun the constitution no sende obiare wo 4-year
mandate
no over 2 terms no and say ba 4 years na say bi Ghana for to abetio na say ese no kobobio tire ma John Dramani Mahama wa kwa abebio ya and Supreme Court for na adwen kire won den there ana that ma 2 term up to the second term, that is your second term, no.
Okay.
Oche 8 years 8 years continuous. And also oche de ebutuma akwaba. Ne watu abetio na akwaba. So another 4 years biwa na. Until the person is seeking for interpretation. Na nyana a student of law no. Yes, there are a lot 1,002 provisions in the constitution. Obiara unchallenged. Obiara testy it was Supreme Court.
Okay.
Until this is one of them. Obiso Opedo onya Supreme Court interpretation. Ama ochine bi no anka John Dramani Mahama. Ochine bi no akoyo.
Okay.
Ebucho 4 years. Ne Ghana force na da bi ko gina nchen. Ne yenhwe Kofiso. Kofiso be no mbaze no bo no nso enyi. Na abebio. Ebe no mbaze bo no so enyi pa. Ana yemu another 4 years nka ho. Mbra na makwande etu mu another 4 years ana. Damna impako no osik for. Now I will not be surprised. The Supreme Court after they are verdict on this issue, part ni botum na what John Dramani Mahama atno. No akade, yesho mwazi no bo na mwana rutina. Inche kwenyim kakra, that is if the verdict goes on the way the botum wakubiwa. Part ni botum ni omampenyin atno. You remember the 2016 Olusi elections no. He came out to say don't have to run elections were Ghana bio. Do you remember?
Yeah.
No wife crab out because on premanu queen on elections in now so party mpanyimfo ko no wo. The Ghana for no want to us, when you papa ye. As I say, now Mbribi Ghana for will appreciate the work that you did. On indeed, men can the room could be saboteur. Now, Yanshuma Bano sorry. In fact, or recent decision now. And they was not be our president. Inti Bofacasano. Yes, it is only a fool who doesn't change his mind.
Okay.
On inti or the cat and alcohol. Now so Ebian and Bribaba, he can be persuaded, he can be convinced, he can be advised. Based on Njuma why because baby is a year do no, we are not serving ourselves. Pain has nothing. He's serving the people of Ghana. And governor serve one. So on wakade Kodana serve you have no option. And Pain no Nebusia, Nebusia Ghana. If Yamin Pungu, Pain you will be says Yara, Nebusia to Minsian, Ghana will be seen.
Okay.
Only he is for Ghana. So Ghana first in there, Wunjuma aye, yeshe akwana ruwa iricha. Yeshwe buteyo suwonyodo ha wende alto Ghana emende yente katashe proye na kankan wo manimu yeshwe the way etuma cut ministers to 60 in the cry 58 yeshwe most ma to omani sikasamroko most mo omani all for net empefra amadane fu nyina wo ban na abado there Ghana yedu road na obotu mo Ghana ko prosperity no we dodo na so omane se awa ne enso nso onyu nkobio na for man kagina baby ebotum na afi akati na fie na obi fra about you da why not onenti the mon command is a personal decision man being angoso oduwa obetik. But for now, no, he has written official letter to the party. Our party will communicate to the people of Ghana.
Letter no or our
Messi letter no be amosis here.
So that
Messi letter. In fact, way back in 2025.
Wadaro ma share na yema production team the answer into me enka ever gana yeba na yen share mamo because this is a controversial issue pa, and so we need to share so that at the end of the day ye tie na obi a ohwe bia no na adwene mo be no fita kama na ono so atini ate ase na no pay it pacho onimya for Israel abekam na the pay na share or presidential staffer where the office of the president and the pay ye no etwetwe sa enkomo we where kasafidie mothers 102.7 so enche ebepem so na de komo foforo aka nyina so atoa so atumi e de amount ene anape e weye kasafidie so mothers 102.7 eso na ye pem so akọ yenim abra letter na eba pacho quickly we'll get it on the screens, then we can still go back to it and speak to that issue. I know the any problem cry emfa MIA. Na obi asende message o say me say now for Ishmael Abeka say and komaya what this is here and otie na say o man panyi anywhere somebody else can still come and do the good work that Oman Penina Asha Asieno, or can that not be possible? Why is it that he alone still has to come? Say if that is a Emranama Kwaisa. And
your because you be a friend no brainchild. Your obia saying a hadi young at your going where castle. Now some people doing there, I can do it.
Okay.
You understand? Every day be the mother's TV. Also, a Jumay am a better mbati omotu mai. Until they babats ne go no mono. Enable hunde, sana Mike no close winima, no one chan. Sana etina could case a show with chira. Unsuna case but and timpodo be casa. You have to get that experience to be there.
Okay.
That is why Tama Oman Payne or your president in 2016 no. Then the running mate of the MPP, Oraba Omia, okay, Oman Payne incompetent. Oman Payne John Dramani, response wasn't man in there. You have never been president before. In fact, vice president Impo Enye Bida, Nathan a vice president, then the people of Ghana will judge you.
Okay.
After being vice president for 8 years, no, judgment. The judgment in 38%. The judgment only 38%. He was totally rejected. In fact, only the Ghana for Atwabe in the history of this country. Until Obi or not so competent, no. Or no Obi or incompetent, no contest. Now so all incompetent and also incompetent. Ghana for what was all incompetent, the also incompetent. And obitin in the history of this country. We been see that. Only so Obi when you say do no us in there. A corner mofodo SCS Ghana ni. Let's say, yes, somebody can just share in the vision and come and do it.
Okay.
But Ebiano on to me yet to them on Mampain and Cassa, Yankopon sooner die. No, the man obey. It doesn't mean that China or Mampain in you or nobody can rule this country.
Okay.
But say, oh, one was then a queen or Hodo or Tumno or Borman, why not? As Munkotina, if you know my advice, Wabam one was then. Ekui, no, what's in there? That be cut nature, Nympha. Host from Metanoho. Now I will guide the guidance. Wabet in a way. I say be one unsui. And when you mizino, one ones and why the ent no one end to two in Germany? Name Bacono on to no one owns ye. No, but no one. Let's say a chinampo in you are. Name the attitude ye. And wait to Mwaba. That is why I go for say, I'm paying someone's and war. Nothing Brandon Makwaneza. Now, no one for Yanoko crack on.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Okay.
On in shadow, you are nobody can
do it.
We have a lot of people. In fact, time watch your car, I no cry no. We have seen the lives of Arthur Forson. Men will let me share.
That's fine.
In fact, most of the one media outlet crowd or publish it, but every white charity, go for an argument for do. You are the lives of Arthur Forson. You're General Mosquito. Nancy Ampo Mat today on Abu Spilgabra. Yumra Arune Drusu.
Okay.
Okujoto Ablakwa. In fact, Faith is a Wallaban. Man Casamo boss, direct boss, or regulars Debra. When you know what lines no da, or trend there. Aquanya Baba. Or man paying watching on. You see, when you know what there, Supreme Court in some local president, or man paying Bejana Cassiano today, or Remba, and a gun of Pion man paying out, or man paying could be or your porch or Cocorcam.
Okay.
Now for man. na so man pain gina no kada mun baby wa e wona ebon de we have the men me repeat MPP for one words e wona ebon de ye won kofo one line up it was system numa and the Afro barometer we go do your survey the last survey was what's your between area said Katia no area to force one na Ghana force na so man pain am baby wa we expect today
global for analysis class
the we believe on man until we have a lot of people and I am happy the uncan yet as him also NDC funana so man you one only baby you and there we have seen a lot of competent men Maubu in one line up to the extent that people even think that Okujoto Ablakwa at his age can even become the president of this country.
Okay. It's what I can, but ask us here, pan. I'm saying among them, not young call the next issue, and also want to take updates from Omidan for 24-hour economy. Sign and I say almost about 1.5 year now. Saying the crowd, 24-hour markets, and also no, amount of people have a lot of questions. One more ABSA, one said, no, sign and I see. Recently, I think I read an article, Mama for Eddie Abba Mountain, Yakubu School, the northern part of the country, and also they say the BBC marketer, and also issues in that. I want to get back to you now for Ismail Abaka. Now, on my the update, the authority, the Aquacosi, the 24-hour economy, and I so they about 133, everything about Matim before Etimania Juma, aye, or my Eganemo. Now for Ismail.
I'm there. Just recently, no, the topic 24-hour economy, no, abaye issue, it stems from Parliament. Upon Kroma, Ozu won't come.
Yeah.
MPP fu bebre na no wa start the Ozu won't come.
Yeah.
Now so me pede mu put on record there. Yeah, Azumi office in 2025. And now one of our flagship program is the 24-hour economy.
Yeah.
Now me ebeye yebo hu enye there. Oman membra or what da do no. O she Ghana nyi bia there. O se do kwadwuma anopa 8 o'clock. Actually by 5 o'clock. Also open.
Okay.
That is the law in Ghana. Say obi kwadwuma 8 o'clock. Na say open 4 and now 5. On wait Ghana mbra do. Say ober 4 o'clock and now 5 o'clock rokosoro na. Also the edwuma no owo nhihye bi wo ho what's why overtime.
Okay.
Also we do tia na kaw. Nti omampani ye campaign do be 24-hour economy nya no wona adwunum do oboss do osesa Ghana mbran. Ozem break of Parliament of Ghana. Na Parliament of Ghana wotum wogitum there. Institutions bebre omampani nyo da kwande osodo wo 24 hours. Obo ma 1 mbebu ni nya adwuma ye. Today osi ebi bokwa anopa ewiabe na nyube 3 no. Number 2, obi increase production. Number 3, yebotum na nya aso yetum ya kranya bebre akwa amanane.
Okay.
Na yetum nya forex no. Dama plans no manpen woni nyina no. So obotum wa aboma nchi do zembra no to call parliament na wadan da membra da no won na nyua. Munia manpen zembra no call parliament 2025. It will surprise you there the same upon Kroma or parliamentarian. Oreka there. Yes 2 years. Na yentumi here 24-hour economy no. Number 1 is that we have not spent 2 years. The NDC has spent 1 year, 6 months in power.
Yeah.
That is number 1. So, no quite easy 2 years.
Okay.
Number 2, in Brano Man paying the Parliament in 2025, no, it was approved our Parliament in February 6th, 2026.
Okay.
February area, na answer February wait to me. 6th February 2026, na Parliament approve. The Oman paying botum will go ahead. Now attend some institutions. I'm waiting around them 3 shifts no another 24 hours no.
Okay.
Na so Oman paying or the brako parliament. Na parliament woman the approve na no botum asha no. No why bibia. Dabi. On until just 6th February. Better wait if waiting year pa. In the Parliament of Ghana, we approve them Mbrano. Na Mbrano wa from 24-hour economy 24-hour economy bill, authority bill. Very good.
Bill.
Authority bill.
Okay.
That is the law. Now, ma okoba ya anyi de what pass you know so man paying sent ceremony na enyim no say shase de and you abaye mbra. Nti motu ma 10 institutions bi em wa ba abaye 24 hours. Manyori kesi eko porter nyala yentama habo ekowa ebonu they are running 24 hours ekwa Ghana Standard Authority they are running 24-hour economy say ya do report da ebonu de nka no ekwa Standard Authority will happen you can't clear your goods because they have to certify your goods before you can clear it. But in the day are there for 24 hours because of Mbrana Wabano. Do you get it?
Okay.
I feel so I'm paying per day or connect market and routes because it is part of the roadmap towards 24-hour economy. So as I play 24 hours, you need to connect your market.
Okay.
You need to connect your routes. In the Ghana, all the 261 districts are Ghana in the district assembly bian will construct 24-hour market. I have a district.
I gas out.
But who's 24-hour marketing?
We see be Botiano area. How they've acquired the land of Makati Sword.
In the Yaminshirao, Echo 50 Central in 50 Cape Coast, Yareba. Eba Central we have 22 districts. All of them they are building market 24-hour economic market. Just to connect market. I feel so young roads in ye. Road the impanaba for do. Our machi and you build other kono on ye. Me sure the etukan kaka.
Yeah.
All the major roads in this country are being reconstructed. Are you aware?
Yeah.
Roads.
Okay.
All the roads. Shebebia from Accra to Kumasi.
Okay.
Accra to Ho. Everywhere is being connected. Road has been, you see, the idea of having 24-hour economy is not an event, it's a process. Okay. Now, I'm paying in better, in Yamana Ghana, ya be uncle. Yes, you better mad or a good idea. Now, so, a Benny Biaban was the pressure to know. No, I quite young maybe. Now, if you are the how or the bread, Yentime Mufono. On that waterfall approach, yes, Yama. And a clear example is the free SHS. There, Placope. Yes, oh yeah, then we don't know. Attack one. Yes, and there we need a lot of security men. I feel you start security recruitment, you have seen it. When we get all the numbers together, and now if the authority is okay, we have started from A, let's move to B, let's go to C, let's go to D. And Yankade about turn the entire economy of Ghana into 24 hours or just 1 year or 2. Or your processes, you connect harbor, and a harbor for connect banks. Says yeah, no, because the authorities another harbor you 24 hours in the banks around Tema are also planning to run 24 hours because people pay through their banks.
Okay.
So they are also planning to do 24 hours. And by the time you realize, in every sector of the economy, it is turning by itself to become 24 hours. A closer abandon here is to connect private sector.
Okay.
The more private sector is why involved in it. Yeah. Which is also a topic.
Sure.
But the idea of having is to ensure that the poultry production also run 24 hours.
Okay.
Until the pilot study of has been done. The agile offending procedure has been done. Now we are going to where project the main concept of where it is coming. So you do explain that concept to you.
Okay.
Until we are connecting even the manufacturing and the production sector also into 24 hours. Now, if the demand comes very higher, I will be around 24 hours. Radio stations are and what on 10 o'clock. Yes, you know. While we're 9, 10, when they ask who radios it, knock off. And then you get radio station, you get radio station. What bonuma madechi? In fact, you even get pastors preaching around 11, 12, we are a gospel so that you don't take your radio from there. On your radio stations now one better weapon. Because when you don't want weapon, you have the aid to change from radio station to another radio station. And which they don't want to lose their customer base and their listenership. So all of a sudden, because of radio stations, run others have also joined. Them 24-hour economy. When you see there, Obi Otumtana will make a lot of profit. Ebuna was wondering and said, oh, then I can also sell around the clock to also make a lot of profit. The economy is turning. Concept in the fee bay. and they run 24-hour economy. No. They didn't start in a year. Was saying kankra. No, but I understand the youth. Yeah. The youth want jobs.
They want jobs. That's what they are.
Honestly, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
The reason why they voted, one of the reasons why they voted for this government is to make sure that they provide them with jobs.
Yeah.
But jobs, bank can't credit. Then by the time I'm paying 4 years, you'll be able to account. This is what I've been able to do. I am just imagining what the 261 market will do. I'm just imagining factories 6 factories on my paying so listen fresh. I'm just imagine what it can do. I am just imagining the number of security personnel while line on up for one, what it can do. So you when you connect them lines in together, then we'll come out to say that we have been able to provide this number of jobs. I'm paying so provide between 2 million to 2.8 million jobs.
Okay.
As the youth. Until Yaman and they be our customers in there, or the Ghana fast while Batara when you was a man. Obi anyum de be in economy no atete. And then we can say the economy no yempa. Yes, no kwema oye. And then we can pay our debt. Then I'm saying we're able to even pay our debt to our external debtors before the date.
Yeah.
And until Obi ala hunde areshembi lobo manumu. It's just that Martinefie 4 years, 8 years, menye adwuma nye. Mako support abana power.
Yeah.
Them aboteno se de minya keke bi no nya because Martinefie ache.
Yeah.
So that one or enyim pan nusu.
Okay.
But I want to appeal to the youth. The men nyina yemfa yenwunsha aban no mu. Let's monitor where we need to criticize the government. Let's do it. Let's do it constructively.
Okay.
Aban no yenje maybe on boama adwuma number. Let's say it. Today 24-hour economy no nko wa be yen yen fa na nuntum but not when no people politicize as no there 2 years in was our account parliament we implement it and we approve as on April 6th February 6th na ese na wa ba benum 2 years in 1 year 24-hour economy now when I approving February 6th you were in parliament approve so you know that's now approving only 2 years or just 4 months
okay.
And so still ekejina parliament because of politics in it but it is part of the game we understand
okay
in mandate was there the people of Ghana the youth of Ghana of this country must be able to get jobs okay. That is the focus and our campaign is working towards that so that we have jobs for our youth.
Looking at the time frame, 1.5 almost gone. And Saka almost 2.5. If I'm right, it's still like something can be done, right?
Say down when you're the foundation, right? Brogging this is the kind watch here you still build.
Okay.
But it's a foundation now, church here. As a brogging tata, this is a done bubu.
Okay.
On into campaign, you see. Over the years, what we have done as a country, anyway, minimum how kind of fancy, but if we be waterfall approach, on in there, the medium and the dada, you don't go down in
okay.
At us, on payment or done in Yamano, Adam Bar Macachro, then you tell me your position. Let's be a presidential staffer in Yama Waye, Nanjama, who won coupons, Mutum constituency, no go for Mam coupon Copuele, Namas coupon Cafoin. All these things, Roman payment where you chum. And you say a part of the government in Ukraine. Now, why better na papa was no lee. Incarnate, walk a World Cup here. No, as a song go for Jubilee House war. No one you go watch a World Cup nibi. And there I am telling you about World Cup in Ghana. This will say Abedumele Hubi.
Okay.
Because echo one farm mount. You are not a football person. A kaiden wo. Do you understand?
I see.
Only I'm paying the lifestyle today, no. In fact, the first administration man count. But lifestyle today, no. Oh, move there. Only in Ghana for one thing. The man is very prudent in spending. The man is very effective. The man thinks about the future of this country. Other than our personal interest. Okay. Only Motota said the youth of this country. In Germany, all bank can't crack. And the investors are coming to this country. Odu anopa eko office na ko investors wa Jubilee House wa and no wa rehiem there o man only ye because ya zoom power in 2025 say in eko officer na ehwe na ahade ne abrofo ni hu da abrofo ba eyi na adina na was investors in akọ but today because the government want manage the economy well I mean they waiting we grade yen we have moved from the junk status to B minus. On Chebia will move to B plus. No, the economy will do baby and able to make that is where we are going. What I am expecting the people of Ghana to do on the in your bizarre by nature. Where we need to criticize, let's criticize. I be a ban all but no bazono. Young one about known to me more. No man for the temper.
Yeah, but ask us pa be on a pay na ye Ishmael Abaka na didn't come e wa ha and the person we ka kire ono. Ye mo rem na ye pem so enko na pay the major updates only from him. E wa ye various issues ekoso e wa ye o my Ghana mo. Ye mo rem am for the so work say pa so ko the mind this chinya manyo na when it comes to ye den kokko enkete recently crowd ye honorable Eric Opoku video dey about out to cry so that am for ajejen kokko dey bia won makunkumari it's on social media no dey that's not my main thing. I'm just infusing that one in. What is the main focus? I hear for any do and project now. I hear for as I say your person your deco. My main call you onya for Israel hona.
You're go pokuna samono. I'm not for pedal twister samana but me sure that them no podoka.
Yeah.
La what in there say obi mu akokwa. Oya dey bien.
Okay.
I did the area no mu wenyin na akotan. Another area no mu wenyin na walari.
I was it. Okay.
And then also say when your videos play you know say when your videos are ngofanyan oya chicks no mu wenyin. Emma walari like what we do videos no that said in there. Nkoko na yenye no yetum ya anya no wana mu wenyin. Ama yetum you can make it.
And I'm not crying though.
Yes, and I'm not crying though. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
What are they trying to see?
Okay.
They in the time no so they coast no koto force akoko. But on them nkoko nketse ezima won nti inde wan koto force wetum worry nkoko na wan gasa wonye no ewa ha. It tells you that we can do things by ourselves. Say if bia lenya no nkoko ewo man Ghana adi tidama obi wanya nazem wenyi na rewe na adi ya I don't think they will be importing that quantum of poetry into this country.
Okay.
Oman Ghana, what's in there? We import close to 84% of poetry into this country. No, actually, eventually we are importing everything to this country.
Okay.
In fact, Poetry Farmers Association say anyone present in Kasa. Okay, even with government intervention, we will still need close to about 70% import. We send the Oman Ghana yamana we are kokopa.
Yeah.
And the abana intervention on work it is still not enough to curtail the problem na
Okay.
Only how do we do it and do it better? Only phase one no, wapede Ghana funyina one appetite oba nkokonyando.
Okay.
Inti mabani ye there. Let me give them nkokono to district assemblies. Inti our district assembly, they were giving nkokono.
Okay.
And I work at nkokono register na wanji. Some were giving 20, 30, 15, depending on district per cra ewo.
Okay.
And now that is the first phase to make sure that nkokono we to move as many households as possible.
Okay.
That phase is gone.
It's gone.
Since you are near phase 2, only abanangasa no butaya osino is to use the anchor farmers. Anchor farmers in one where well-established poultry farmers na Angasa no.
Okay.
One ibua kasa enyi mwangana de wanya nkoko no. Abane pede oso wanasen. Omo nkoko, omo feed, omo training, omo the kind of support, logistical support we here biara. They will produce on a very large quantity. Na abano auto. If you want ho. Abano auto if you no bunu mu.
Okay.
Now also one for no the time biana was is to produce the beds.
Okay.
Na abano so no zanyi there no so ojekogu ne buffer stocks no ma. No so then o distribute.
Okay.
Other for the market. So that is where we are going, just to reduce the number of imports. So that is the focus of the phase 2.
Okay.
Into no anchor farm is an no, you are not going to get it. And was rema one wo ibua kasa no, and we call them anchor farmers. They one where into poultry no. They know what we are talking about. Until the phase 1 is gone. That is the nkokon getting to households is gone. Now, minister na adwun ko bi woni tirim. Then che nkokon bi moto. Nkokon no ebi no moto. No ncho onyim de ncho obi jama nkokon no wenyin kakra kan odum bra woroto. Na woto no wunya x no. Enwa na ncha aba na recycle x ni nyina back. But akwa de nyumparan ana akokon na obodo nya no ori. Nti was raise an obeden obori Do you get it? I know the parliament or there. Uncle for I don't know we now has that way then. Worry. But when you give it to the uncle farmer, on him don't know. For him and then over training when go about to talk on one or better go better no boom. Because we are told them go between 6 weeks and 7 weeks boy lesson. They must get out of your
okay.
And they say, watch it, woman. No, what about farmer? What about manaka? And the man will create outlets. About 12 you know. And also we distribute ama one where you know. And say it's one story, now. My brother, or the Ghana, we can even focus on poultry alone. Poultry alone, and we will be self-sufficient.
Okay.
But send the actually avenue, or friend then the revenue chain our poultry numa on Yasam Gakrabo.
Okay.
I am told the KFC and other companies unkokwa what on in a week no on Yankoko Kakraba. Odi maybe Krano when you been talk. They have to fall on other people, even outside Ghana, to get it. On easy. And they don't want to fall on them frozen chicken and yaman. They want the fresh.
Okay.
And Wama and you bring Ghana in terms of poultry power. One of their meetings, I was happy to be there. And Mokra, you know, the poultry one president, the way he spoke, no there. Abandons don't know when it comes to poultry. Now there are a lot of revenue, but we can't even meet our demand when we concentrate even on Ibu or Ghana, because it's as if the uncle farmers in Ghana and they are not enough. In the abandons, so individuals are throughout this first phase. They were able to do it well, no. Also, when us no expand, so that they can also become anchor farmers in future.
Okay.
And that is the idea that we are espousing today.
There is a strong issue on this one. Abaya spending 250 million. Is that right? On this project, it's first phase here.
In fact, I'm here to cross-check the figure. I just also saw it.
Okay.
No, I spent 250 million on it. I'm here to cross-check it.
Because that's also a major issue. I've got focus if she has spent 250 million, partner say saying honorable Ediaba and Montia, it's also an issue.
Yeah, that is why I'm saying there. In fact, next week, Atufos is going to Parliament.
Yes, on Thursday.
Yes, we are likely to hear more on that.
Personally, I want to hear that. What the finance minister goes to Parliament.
Because the monies are released from his end to the Ministry of Agriculture. Okay. He will be able to, and the figures are thrown left, right, center. Okay. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
And I want to be sure because of my position in T.
Sure.
So that my Minister from market, oh no, and said them.
Okay.
No, today. So as for figures, I want to be sure before I say it.
Okay. But you better ask us now for Ishmael Abaka and Yatineka. We are still waiting for a letter, no, so that production team for us to clear that issue of now Ako. I think so we have a little time. We can still have a little discussions on it. Oba Omai Egana Moab. Nakachi and Ifia but Ekame recently. From the beginning of the year, and Kasan Ora, the Hun Sen no crowd to say, Pebre na onunso moko iyoku na omokwa bail conditions ahodo endra unyam for amaleba and so crown akasa ewo ho. Near Equason, a state institutions abandoning the movie bail conditions I can say a day Emma Manko. In fact, pertaining to that of a miracle cry and so Eddie and I know from the end and he can give us a little education from it. I'm calling China major adventure on all these issues. I'm about to
when it comes to issue recently wabana personally what 3 issues peo.
Okay.
Number 1, on any day Yoko as institution where you want under the constitution yo man Ghana.
Okay.
Yoko article 1423 Azerba Oche Ejuma Yoko munazi nyina wodi. In fact, all the institutions they are involved in arrest and corruption as in Juma wundi.
Okay.
Now recently no how are Yoko for arrest and kofu? How are women on bail conditions? In fact, it got to a timer. Yen former minority leader and the current education minister had to come and complain. The bail conditions wasn't ma nkofono also.
Yeah.
Well, meaning what Yoko has seen Minimum you will go for
Okay.
Minimum throughout their investigation, minimum what they see. But Munya, acquire there or man Ghana, you will say, I'm an on your okay, I'm from my cow. I'm a politically exposed person.
Sure.
Semokwa de says ya Ghana police have a betimwa says ya na. Nese Munya, mambo my type there have been arrested at Mothers TV and then Mothers FM says ya. By the time when you go to police station one, no party for why then.
Okay.
But oh, no Munya no retain mono. Watching the police station and now you says ya. Nese odd the ma even 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks to grant obiarenti. Because on your ordinary Ghanaian,
yeah.
And on your politically exposed person. Into an obiarenti nasam. Do you know Nkofa Ghana Police Service for watch one to more than 48 hours? What do I want? Say, one statement in one choice. Do you know a Pia Makachi start going to the police station? Ask one of our Ugu says on that watch your statement. A baby Wakacho statement to one choice.
Let me cry by the case be about house in the crew crowd them 4 years. Like you are saying, I just say, oh, so she came so or Bepem.
Look at this. Only acquire there when it is about politically exposed person. And we make it political such that the substantial issue no yankawasam.
Okay.
And now I'm politicians when board in hen. They say and them we have the crown or betchima. Because I am Ishmael Abaka, I am a politically exposed person in tea. My part of our day. Many am a party from paying for Wasika, Wessis they will get my bail condition for me. And am I free? But a man is Kanangas and Marbon Corners young Kawasam. In fact, when Miracle was arrested from Saturday up to Monday afternoon. And Obiala knew Oka Sikanawasam. Sikana Wabo Omanu Konuno. Nobody is talking about it. They were talking about the Rambo style, a corner for the Wadichin. How MP before mobilizing Kofum Wako or Yoko. To the extent that the people even went there, I know why they went there. We interview Lady Kubi, us watching them, madam. On no.
Wow.
Yes, us watching madam to know. We interview Okada driver be. Us now no waka and there, one walk on your 150 Ghana. Until we to know Okada, no Oko one. So people don't even know who was arrested. And what even went in, but because of your political party, and people mobilizing go for 20, you know. One thing I have not done throughout, remember your politics in my life, only to go and defend a criminal, to go and defend somebody who is even alleged the way we are. And yama wa panel mo radio and TV do the munkonke defend among kwada because number one, impako no bo number two, the intention to steal. Number 3, I don't even know from the heart whether as an oye another one yet. Into my catching radio, Honor Makasa, Mazeman. Not so watching on Coban there as an oye. How can I go to the same radio station and talk to you? A bomb with them credibility is not intact. Okay, I have no more day. Or be defending them issue, or defend them issue, defend them issue. We are share. Author General, no, really, they ask me. In the first place.
Yeah.
There in your animal being Wakwan Spa. No way your man is 55 million Ghana cedis. My brother, 55 million Ghana cedis. Show them my uncle. 55 million Ghana cedis. Show them my uncle. 55 million Ghana cedis. In your Obutum Waye, Obutum we see 15 district hospitals. Obutum we see also I see 5 additional polyclinics. We see 22 cheap compounds. I don't know what they say, you know, but I am quantifying them and tell you. Oh, MRI machine. I was hospital being you way. I went to one of the hospitals. Thermometer, what is Amotiazi? Impone being you. Somebody, 2 people can conspire. No, we have 55 million Ghana cedis. A 2 moto. A decade yoku. They watch one of the Ghana in Teneko. You see, when Ngofu Bomano Krona, they've stolen your future. They've killed people. Ngofu say what the bed do. Why you say what the bedroom doctor should want? What did the form? And they are killing them because Obi wa but now you know or Bokrono. Now mo Obi wa ke jina wale kan the tables were 10. Now nyanso ya NDC appointees bi. Hey, the tables were 10 pen. You are not talking about 55 million wa bo man no krono no. We are told that between 2017 Remember the 10 year we measure to 2024 in the period of Akufo-Addo and Abrado. This country lost $24 billion through corruption. Corruption, Omani score kwekeke. So for me, we can talk about the SSS. Ekwana Yoko Fozi and Wanazi. The one from Rebi Kakribiashi Winston, what the maybe are on some pattern. But the substantive issue where Omani's 55 million Ghana cedis is gone, no, we have to talk about it. Dialysis machine, that makes 200. Dialysis machine, one or kidney, and a heart problem. Them go feed them. Scare away from me. What you want to 200 in this country? Yeah. How many of the hospitals in Ghana and what dialysis machine? How many? It got to a time, Cape Coast in Tibetan, teaching hospital. They didn't have dialysis machine. 201 now break it down. And they were referring people to come to Accra. Somebody sits in office within 2022 to 2024, 2 years. Anyway, we are managing 55 million Ghana cedis. And all that we know is to make the thing political, because in the obiayim policy behind the issue ba no nyam obo NDC in the MPP in the issue why then why die I am giving you time, 2 weeks time, this issue will die. Do you know why? Because why by MPP NDC and yes kana osede nyina yebum na yegen skanu ono orija hu baby na enyan MPP metna na NDC letna na ore kire nwo wana abroda za woye nyenso ya ben nyenso nyama yare ye na the main scanner osadam no nyawo ye jedu tu omanu mpu no na the scanner oko. Have you been to Kaswa before?
Severally.
Kaswa to Millennium afokwando da.
Yeah.
Edu Kaswa junction to baby was often one leg edo kwa akosi ikobi wo afodam kwando da. Yeah, say for one say enyinsa na fofora we fu no ba say. I am telling you, the road is so deplorable to the extent that now hwe ekwani a effort do call Accra. In oyekwana oho now so people don't drive say for one side I say. Nso nam one side until edu what traffic wo ho you might think that ordinary traffic ebo do one na because of ekwana wa say nti na drive say nyina for one side dey e ma traffic abo. Somebody sits in office for 2 years and then still 55 million. Teacher wa charge 45 years and even 35 years, 35 years e wona brabum bisende accumulate na go change na 35 years now over 55 million Ghana cedis are ondu. Nso nipa court in office na adwuno woni ti man da me menya akwanya ti na menya akwanya mo so ma bani na adwuno hye meti man na mo kwakobọ kron no na ende mo ba mamba wo ba na wo na mesi sada na wo ko school a no hu do obi se bi na tenu tu na atetew ana obi nhye singet papa na o hwere mi o se na wo papa wa mbobra am papa no mbobra papa no mbobra no oye Ghana fu won skin wo ko wie these mansions other ye jepaze me ban oye enjoy nto hu no as more superior than obi and papa wa mbokro no.
Okay.
That is the state we are in. Until when issues like this come, let's deal with the institutions, but let us also focus on who are stealing our money. Take the money and prosecute the person. That is why Ghanaians voted for us. That is why a mama party, but sometimes I become angry with them.
The NDC.
Yes, I'm telling you. Sometimes, what are we doing? Wow. Because yes, there are evidence. And they want to mean them. No, I'll put you there. One for the Banenchen, or put out Ocheska, or put out Ocheska now, only if you mind in Aze, or a pre-bargaining. Yes, pre-bargaining is part of our constitution.
Yeah, it is.
I am telling you.
How?
I miss when I become a day. Muriaza, record me. One team, one jail, and when this continues, one number of family about politics, I went to Winneba for a program. Mokwa and Gofono, Opo was young boy now. Oh, yeah, a lot of people came to me. Master, I want to do politics. I want to start radio. I want to go on TV. I want to go on this. Mr. One question. Master, why do you want to do politics? While you are in school, while you are studying this program, why do you want to now do politics? Also, what's a 1 year for webbing yes,
Yes, okay.
That is where we are going as a country. And if you don't change the mindset of those who are coming, Obianya Konya, Najuna, in the chief executive. No go follow show. Your fast then your fast not to Carlo. Until 4 years will be wasting chen into your fast. Instead of the person focusing on the job, no. Now you know there or so to my mass wealth. no Osiden, Otokal. I'm only we in this in channel called them Chroma, people will respect him. But that is not why we entered politics. Politics is about service. Politics is about telling the people that I am ready to save you, and so follow me. And during the fellowship, we have to collaborate to bring about development. Not when we glorify TV in this country. The late Sir John. The late Sir John, Tama Owa Benum, Tama Otsigana, Tama Onwino, the Biara Osora, Os John Dramani Mama Kronfo. The late Sir John, or the Mama Kronfo, what to them would Dubai, or in Sass would Dubai, or account would Dubai. The late Sir John was the men 7 Bayo. The Mama did, the Mama did, the Mama did. I don't know we know. What did we see? Young one there. Nelankasa forest commissioner wa enu kwempo nela wa will offend nsase no onye forestry ama no wa manamba na ebusua. That is how corruption is. Those who make a lot of noise on radio, those you see them fighting, it is not because their friend or their party person is there, it's in cells, but it's because they are making the noise so that others will also come and make noise for them. We must end corruption. And we must let people see that we are fighting for corruption. Other than that, there is no need. The 2028, I will fight against corruption. If you are fighting against corruption and party people come to the police station, Yoko office, and they start to misbehave, how can you fight corruption? Let the person go and account. Institution, let's deal with the institutions. Then can Yoko boss in the Yoko, you are exceeding your mandate. Let's go to court. I always say this, and then we don't hear let's go to court again. Do you know why?
Why?
You don't know why? One okay, let's go to court. Go to court. Maybe I also go to court. Many people not gonna go to court because at that time, they don't know the law. MPP doesn't know the law. They know the judges. And so one day, when a paying to one man days in channel, now they are afraid to go to court. When you tell them to go to court, what's it be? We have to see those in charge and then pre-bargain. You understand? Because they are afraid that now they are meeting some judges. They don't meet the judges that they knew when they were in power.
So, but ask yourself, no paying on for Ishmael Abaka and I trim come where updates a pressing needs a amount for we here on for Abaka. My brother said to say what you will let no on May into Momadianama Yansanka and Sana with Yako Jebusha and a pen at Nasi at the tree and come on a payer or day a summer hodo etimi abre I forgot or Sanyama eti Wasa or Sani Amayane Yentra who's about Comania Bar I'm a foreign Nasi but that letter will still be put on the screen. And if you didn't fear, yeah, but see,
the one Edika, Inabeka, Miaro, Endo, Miaro, Ejumedia, Inabeye, Miaro, Endo, Miaro, Obredibo, Inabebo, Miaro, Endo, Miaro,
Asemi besini ferma miara.
Asemi
miara. Asemi besini ferma miara. Ejina besini ferma miara. Obrai besini ferma miara.
Miaro, Endo, Miaro,
Asemi besini ferma miara.
Asemi
miara.
Actually, be able to call it.
Nyaminadum, be able to.
Miracle say, Yachi Miracle say,
Kofi Obi kana say me de ye tiesi man ma me fan chama we tifo no wa phone na. Na me endo so ye me boss back na woda in Sempera on a producer for a morning show on Man FM.
Okay.
And also a producer too for the dialogue show.
Okay.
Oh, ne two tina na no pay there. Me tiana man awoda pa. Nyamisha no pa, a fantastic man bia. He say agenda bebre okosi no na set ya. Sempera ma awoda pa na no pay.
Okay.
Kofi. Asem man to say or say yetimi kan wansem.
Okay.
And this year menu Korea and the more bay muno. Me come here say no maybe I can't pain. You know, chima naki to say omo benya ho adwen sacha naka omo a share kwan o me fa so this anya na fa so no. Em say so na la komu gusu ye. Na no yen ka bi nhemu na yen yenia miracle saboaje a yen obi anim no o manga na ase. Etu kwan call amanone koye no ho wanto no so wa ka say nso ye toyi e bi fa no ana eya la kasefem pa nti week nim na no wa ati na o Ghana ha nso nipo kuji profile ni adade na I think the 3 days he appeared on most stations. He was even still defending the MPP and pushing the agenda and also keeping the government on his toes. Say that day, that Saturday now I'm say ofi or pay a news file. That's day now we na name say that ko bu na ketemo ko UK. Now before that no, be April. A friend say be April. Ina him say Yukofo inviting maneko no aba. Yukofo inviting no akona aba. In fact, wa ko ho be imprenua che say obomodin ya la konomudin sa woso na nanu Saturday ye chumu ya. A ofi na kwento ma oba Ghana. In fact, before enumpo no, after say Yukofo fefe no ankasa ni na lawyer for put my contact Yukofo bi so mo say sebi investigations ni hishumu la komo ya la komtunza fe no. Ono ankasa bi so mo say la kombe yani bi mana apart from the ones that they call him no. Ono ankasa ni lawyer team bi so la kombe yani bi mana almost so they be say wo mu yana la kombe fe no. See we tunu kwan aba Queens ni airport na like immigration for FR na say friends say they stop alert and I say stop order atuno so like you go fa be fan ko I go fit say na asfm ye di ko show ho no na miensa me ye na miracle say di wo like you go fa catch na ye dey bill condition 50 million cedis e dey atuno so say dey ade na why say like we say sikabe 55 million ibia almost say like nehu ebo money ade Kofi yat na memu ho aka several times we share this year ben ni nyoma wo ya MPP no investigative bodies and agencies omo memu ha no ye kamia de bail conditions attrapping go for okomia so obi eno wasem obi no wenya municipal kitwe bia ene na ye the bail conditions ena eden eba be two atum because emwana nkasa ema won kwan say ye ma won dey maintain the bail conditions no say yenya de mawa for how you are going to meet it no Kofi, and then Ghana higher with 50 million cedis with 2 sureties. And a year, a friend is like Yoko Boss, we monacha. And the 2 year miracles. Not to say, like a hard junior pa. And then MPP Mebuno and MP for yena ye can share assembly by your own. And ya sema Kofi Eyefidi agro because NDC Fankasa omum penny phobia say the current education minister. What you know to say, Kwanya omo faso de bill conditions I serve as a punitive measure no. Anoding. Say come here say obi pese on like on show busumia yejomo bra. Na say the Congofa bill bra for you to be able to meet the bill bonds no. Kofi sometimes it can take you. I have some people NSA boss, former like NSA boss. Kofi, yeah, man need them 3 months because he could not meet a bill condition of 200 million. He couldn't meet it for 3 months. Sabi, Bonnie Ben yaye. Bonnie Ben na nipa ye say, ye di bill conditions like a society, like almost say yes, like you go for like what the power to arrest ni na yenim. Omo the power to so you can like investigate near there. But Ushe Yoko Boss is like Omaba Aqua Omunina Nukofi. There is a particular trend that they've all used. Training like a been saying, Kofi. One of the things is that they only call the person and I say why you feel say be born whatever investigations that they find, then they send the information to the appropriate court. That is the courts. In some of the cases and I say former like Yoko Bossa, like Omabiko, a bit say Yura, Mamiti, can say Mamiti wa or no, I can't. Nkofukwa la community cancel la investigate NSA scandal after so most investigate Saglemi project la could say ACP like Edupoku and after so said nam Mr. Keke Amwa la comuna ba he share said nam tamaklu in sensemnia de Kofi. All of these people like Mabakono, they never on not a one occasion and on Mankasa put to onerous bill conditions. Your investigations need be na court now. Matthew NDC for try to justify the whole situation. If you can put the Wyoming case bim, and the can say Wyoming case no. What really happened was that after the investigations, Yoko bosses at the time no at the Assembly call High Court and the High Court more a place that 54 million bill condition. It was never the Yoko. Now there's a reason why Yoko bosses are like back on now. In fact, under Yura Kufuor Pencil. Yura Mahama, cancer male experience, and Sana Mahama Babet Waso. Omunina, all the Yoko boys are like a mutasuna. No one, not even a single one, or the bill conditions. A year as a punitive, a friend is a way for anybody or like a suspect me there. Because Kofi, in Pempino, yeah, Betty May Abu Bidin say, oh, Nipakone Jumadi say, but Ebin Pai, Yebeko as in Mewino, not Nipakonu so. And so, Scrania Yebefa Swedi Jumano, not as send Nipakuni Din. In Pennyforce, Cabo say, better, I must say, a good name is better than riches. A dimpower way, a Esna Unya, or Bibe Bre, a pedin all these years. Not yet the like allegations, Sawasha, Attorney General, or Basu, or ya, dear ABC, da press conferences, and now way, Yachi way, you say what I say. And then, you were like a Dubai, Yasama Yedi, in some can't say a age like I can't call or can send be brave, and now most of them was no prejudice. By there, Oshesana and some court na most of the charges near there. Hanan, yes, example, former Bavastock ACO. First, they had to withdraw it because it was without merit. They even say so. The new case of Modekono has some stringent near the. But so according to the details, as a child is now first couple, now they were even. Professor Nkwabu was much intense than the Mondial. And clearly, say, ye the Obias Maba app, na say, or say, investigative body initiation more. And you can say, ye pen tem, na ye blanco for, say, can say, la comedy for, and I be sa. Now, say, can say, I'm like Yoko and someone like Omochogu, like Omokata Zagofi. There's something that's for me, very worrying. Omodi, a brand to be a friend, Gerard Apia, so bata in Sensemno. You, Gerard Piano. What the issue really is that not a friend is more of like a financial you for that IMCC no. Now Attorney Auditor General under yen government then investigations of flagging and work be away. And indeed, no, so work now flagging now or say like unia a bar fortnight like about BB in Samano. Now, so process na like a buyer say yin na dia to say what di you may be heading like ensign fatality or no kasa dia to say sikebia afa baby no heading like obetia. That case no is different. A auditor general and a year ni hishemu and no flag appear. There is nowhere in any of the auditor general's reports 50 time yewabemu ebepim time 2025 yefiabema it fingered Euro Miracles say he can't say like he's stolen any money or he has connived with the Gerard guy. But Osha like Yoko for statement like Omoto Yagovi Kamia is say the Euro Miracles say on the Gerard in like a kabum na Gerard no kapa judge say like no chane bill. When you put some of these falsehood out there, it's very disturbing. And na your best share say Yoko mu investigative body mu on kwan say obi ehun bon tansem bi ni bibia mo ben hwehemu but somebody in sema and it's incoherent and inconsistent with the real issue. Miracle is a different entity on its own. Now like in any case somebody Mona mo CSM go for menu na mo investigate yomo on the 55 million cedis. Eba ni send na nipa ba go pen na 50 million ato so. Eba ni send na sa dinaba. Adentina say empo dia mo kan if it's anything to go by. Adentina mo nya den mo nche mo say bia 20 million or 25 million 25 million. Nam nipa ba go pen money side na ga go to. Enkofi and then me need say can say obi abetima sorry. Me nyo kan tie. Otine bi say yetimi nya kwan ba be ma. Betima so I go say oh say bia no ye PR obi and say bia no ye ibi like any like agency. I can just make like an allegation, write a petition to the like Yoko office, and just by so doing, no, your friend, now your friend, the bail conditions are turned so for no work done. Answer na ebia ye be share same na wi nkofi obetima dembe 1 year. Because Ansha say I'm sure say you've heard some of our communicators the way and manner they are talking about this. And now when we say Ramatic Pebu himself has come up to say kwanya ye fa so ye kon and no na me share video ba kwa Alex Egbefia. Mister oh no so I didn't not to sense in be oka say NDC for no my point is you can say I'm like enkanka on ma wo moda investigative body no omu entred cautiously say nyomo ye no say san ye kwa amanyo na ye no say ye be verify nkofo we want to settle our personal scores using that officer say be power away ye ninka so
okay
emewe ye ninka na go fi trend bi aba wo TikTok and no me hu ye won nkofo say e be costal ye can't say Yura Raymond Acha say ni juma na wodi no
okay
in 24 ene nkasa omo kana se wentia ansha that bi e be cost no
Mati. Yeah, now for sound of any thing come. I mean, call here now for Samuel Hona on some making a drink. I think said there is even an information here now for Amaleba lawyer Amaleba so they and Sama Abba like Shandom said and also Kasafa yes hash based bill conditions are echo. So now for Samuel, good morning, sir. Patrick, we have a call. Yeah, discuss here miracles issue here as a good way. Because I say, as a more catching on people are also saying, I was speaking to it. I don't know from the party. Most of my grandchildren, anything.
Anyway, the kind of match ya funny a TV, you know. Okay. Now my son's watch ya Ghana for. I think I can see another kwama my party for no, especially my constituency. I'm a constituency. Any leadership. Na me pese me chia me dofu bi e friend part o a chia man word no o ye adwuma pa nani edin. She's accommodative and she's a well respected woman and I sanso bu nipa so ti me pese me chia no anopa we unim sa bill condition ya me ba ya me beto se me bra or try to justify the indefensible act no me mu se na obrepa. You see, yenina enye yede say obi be bibi na yede ne be court and as investigative body be inviting na yede bill condition ya eso sen no ebeto ne so because the 1992 constitution is stating clear say any kwan say yede bill condition ya e impossible eto obi so na say constitution so asaka article 14 say minute we so e bone na ye na within a period of 48 hours no is see etimi den e ma ne bill ni nyina e nipa liberty ntia. But the reason why we are very important at me support to the Yokune and they say NPP as a political party, they are on record say anytime you be adwin say you person investigate obi in connection to corruption and nipa no wo party mu bia no nipa no odwane. This if he say you ba ben why you start say you conducting investigation into certain issues. Nipa be 3 and answer 4 omo odwane. And my brother is aware.
Why?
Mr. Kendo Foriata.
Okay.
Okachre say okohwe ne ho yare aba. Lasho ne den yeti so akwa secure permanent residence ewo United States of America. Na je say mlope e na obeba. Say am passe sika aye ka say aye mismanaged no. And I say ayira no I finance him no say am pa. Say 30 years, 100 years na say o ma ya sa sika no. Yintimi hwehwe. Okay. Mr. Entribo Siakon ni Samuel boy case no na abrante ba ko bi ka ho a I think a friend Thomas Entribo Siakon whatsoever ono nso wadwane. My brother can do the research. The same Chairman Untimi Exim Bank case no and also nipa ba ko kan ono nso wadwane. Sa ngofo we nyina omadwane for investigation no a omamba. Ena say obi the bail condition ebeto so a it is a way of protecting the interests of the state. You will be alone my friend flight risk. Say wo unjane. Inti as I see it me the bail condition eto so a untimi nye den enjane free system no ne etimi investigative. Ade ba kon sese ye nyina ye den yete ase no no. Inti I don't see anything wrong with what has happened. Now, say we share your Criminal Offences Act now and specify say why are they we inti emphasize bail condition we and ento so. A two judge in for say, unsure the gravity of the offense you have committed. Offense na allegedly Honorable Miracles Abuaje are committing. Sa offense na obia yebi. Emma Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo Adaroma. Sa nkofo no ya convicted omo. They were 4 NCA case no. You heard it. Let me give you their names here. William Matthew Tete, Eugene Bafuboni, Alaji Salisu, any George Opon. Omo conduct omo in a way ebe we are na $4 million ayeden ayira. And na President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo Adaroma, ochire omo mai, and ya convict omo. Sikana ye kan wasem no, 55 million Ghana cedis no. Se o convert ya, ebro de nipa 4 way, e mismanage you no. Aya omo da prison no. Inti adia etimi de nipa 4 eco prison no. E den ne kire say onipa ba ko for esa ade na ye ni hu kwan say investigating as a country. So as young people no, what are we defending? Debia ye claim say ORA is not working. Anytime ORA begins to function, we organize a demonstration. But I've said it categorically and I'm stating it emphatically. Say, sir, demonstration MPP for organizing, you know, it has come to expose them, their hypocrisy and their disorganized leadership. Because say Ghana for yes, yabo odin se wa fasika bi. Na SSC investigate you, it is in the interest of the state. Na oman na also obo humra ni se opese osan be di oman ni so no. Oman na japade na ye den, ye ka ho asem. Enti se ususu se onye ya, why don't you allow the system? Dennis Miracles Abuaje was arrested Saturday. Sunday yema obi bail. So go police station near there Sunday yema obi bail. Enti for nothing at all. Yen train na article 14. Yen train na article 14 period no and lapse it. And Sunday be organize demonstration.
That's the 48 hours.
48 hours. Okay. And Sunday be organize demonstration. Now you organize a demonstration. And this issue wouldn't have escalated. MIM can want him to say the can. Like my brother said, say about the corruption issue be more until a competent court of jurisdiction ever pronounce you guilty. No, you are not a thief. NTCS brand new investigation. I believe say it is in the fair interest of the state. See about investigative. Because like I said, it is on record say you try say about investigating go for be no more den or more journey. And mind you, and yes sir, 55 million per inti na ye per investigating no. Yes, some mention procurement breaches. The same procurement breaches no under President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo you be adwuma mu Madam Charlotte say a procurement breaches near the in free ho. And this will be a similar thing I didn't chase any pan anyone say investigating no. You see the joke is becoming too much. We are beginning to love our political parties more than we love the country. Se mimiti we na se nanado danko President Mama me appointment. Na after say me free office no. Sika bi ayra ana say bi ayehu. Sometimes we bet me about say documentation pontina yesusu say sika ayden ayra. It is only investigation be establish the truth of the matter. Now when they come to arrest me, then my party people will come. Corruption now you see a fighting no. Afi a demonstration against the fight against corruption. Not just a Ghana no yenim de ye patre. You go to other countries, nipa bi timi yes say committee similar offenses ni aboni tu ni ekunu. Inti se wa hanom no bia ye de chance na investigation kekepo ye mpese e beti asia. Na eden na ye patre. Then what are we trying to tell our people? Inti no dear Yoko Air no me support it because if you look at the gravity of the offense, sikana ye de atone so no, it is okay. And mind you, say the bail condition mawa and answer sikana ya boss yenga se fabra. E che say wu dwane a ansana ye be demand this sikana free baby be demand free. I just watch them join. So the only thing is you get somebody who will be able to stand in for you. Very good. Yenga se fabra. So what is the big issue about it? Why are we describing it to look as if say a swama yenti bida? We have heard it before. Name no young consider the amount involved. Young consider the alleged crimes involved. And your procurement breach is pay. Yes, I can say what defrauded by false pretense. So anyone way you know Dennis Miracle Abwajino ni integrity. And I can once he is a leading communicator for MPP. So it is the integrity of the MPP we are talking about. And me, if I happen to be the MPP leader, I will ensure so obeko process nimu. Send the party's integrity. Any on one kasa ni communication, on one kasa ni peduani integrity na eden. I establish na fair. Martin. Because this is somebody who on so many occasions has accused people of spending monies. Just recently, gold bought $214 million US in Iran. And then I auntie said Dennis Miracle. Okay. And he said the babies are out on the soa. And who be here say you better investigate. In the meaning anonymous zone on Chile. Investigation I say a cost.
Madask Kasiapa, someone look at anything. I'm going down for Richard Way. On your dantem corruption cases are what is happening now. So Richard, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Brapeni.
Patrick Bokode.
Boko.
Oh yeah. Obi, Mr. Richard Kawasa. I did some credit.
Meti agra meti infa anya finfina.
Anya finfina out here. Shadow person yes Mr. Richard Yakwen Fisher.
Well, my me brothers nyame ache and so I asambe share platform with yourself and then umu share na musanti anopawe.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I say unfortunately, say MPP has just made Miracle Abwaji a hero and made him look like a whole nation will be talking about somebody who, ideally, he shouldn't matter because he's just any other ordinary citizen. Ushe Emra Yedi Yejumano. Emrano is supposed to deal with everybody, regardless of who you are and political coloration. The only where maybe what the challenge is that once normally because of politics, when they say somebody is exiting the country through an international airport and now is arriving at your international airport and you arrest the person at the international airport, it creates that impression. Say nipano or you to the extent say, this say how now bit me then. Actually, that guy is nobody. He's just like any of us. He would have served as a DCE before, but still doesn't make him a former president or a former high-profile individual in this community. And then I communicate for our respective political parties. We are doing so in the capacity that we belong to a political party. And he said, "That's a shand of our ultimate or rise it through." This step I want to take is I want to be part of the communication team of the party. Now, or rise they do some pempen so say maybe NPP wins power and they say come and serve as a DC or come and serve as an executive secretary of a certain agency. It has been established. Say so now decentralization yama baku be. Money was given to you from the consolidated fund. Given to you for your expenditures, overhead operations, then a consolidity performance and a juma oye. Na ebia who 7 years, no, another government takes over. Then the CEO or the executive secretary ordered for a forensic investigation. So by Obe 2A, Obe 2B, Obe 2C, perhaps Auditor General's report couldn't have maybe captured everything. But there could be certain things that will be swept under the carpet. But another agency can come, another head can take over, do further probing, or in the course of his work, certain things can do what? Unravel. No, I'm not saying an Auditor General swept under the carpet, but private institutions that you want internal auditors and external what? Auditors, so external auditor or bad, their internal auditor who make it available to them is what they are going to work with, and then they will also go behind you and do some further probing. Asa. Auditor General does not work with that institution or TSA. And then so decentralization where so the Auditor General don't work there. They have an internal auditor. So who they might find out chain? The question I say, Yesi Miracle Abuaji was under investigation. And during the course of the investigation, Onukwa was visiting Iyokoda. Was it a public state? Was it a public news? Obiati and I said Obianti ye. Said the beyond in joy on in TV3 on in Bibia. Obiati said Miracle Abuaji Iyoko inviting in Dana. No. Now Iyoko say why investigation Adum Pempen Sobia will say there is some element of truth or they found something because the game is evidence.
Sure.
It's evidence. So maybe they've gotten to that crescendo and if we say manya evidence beer and in evidence they want to effect an arrest. OSHA investigative discoveries in other jurisdictions in Yana. They will do investigation. Sometimes they will invite you to the police station, question you for about 2-3 hours, and they will still allow you to go home. But when they get to the point where they know that now they have evidence against you, say you have committed an arrestable offense, they then not come and arrest you. Some they can come with a warrant, some they can come without what? A warrant. Watch out, Now, we are talking about the fact that the gentleman's right was not infringed upon. So you cut the rule of law, you cut the supremacy of the law, equality before the law, and fairness. Where exactly has any rule of law been breached? Where exactly has any rule of law been breached? Now, uba the other leg, you can say natural justice. You can law must say the right to be heard, and now all the altering party, the right to be what? To be heard. Has Miracle Abuaji's right to be heard taken away from him? No. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Now the other leg we are talking about, Neno Judas in Kasaswa, which means that nobody should be a judge in his own cause. Has Iyoko finally determined the government of Miracle Abuaji's issue say, Omu are convicting you for anything and no. That guy is not acting as if he's acting or travel and I say or acting beyond the powers vested in him. No. He's acting within the confines of the power vested in him. And Osha Emranusua, 3 legs of it. The legislature enacted the law, the judiciary interpret the law and enforce the law, and then a leg of it is about the enforcement. Actually, the judiciary mainly is about the interpretation of the law, to uphold the law. Ultimately, then there is another leg, which is about the police, Iyoko, Ghana Prison Service, Shiraj, and other agencies, and to share your legal system architecture now. These are the state institutions which are part of the legal ecosystem of the country. And what do you seek to achieve with some of these things? Is to curb corruption, is to put everybody under check and what? And balance. So now, say, you see, and Miracle Abuaji, I am saying that the only way that maybe NDC aired, they didn't air But they should have thought through, read through the line, say, guy, where you're chilling or airport, we would have made him popular for no reason. Are you getting my point? They would have allowed him wherever he goes, you know. So, I don't see a corner on Babioma, on corner on Conca. Then everybody will know that Miracle Abuaji has also run away from the country, just like Ken did. I getting my point. They shouldn't have put any stop order anywhere. Or person joining on joining. The verdict lies with the people. Okay. So they have made him a hero for nothing. And I can bet my last, and he says, how mu internal election you winning miracles. He's going to get a lot of sympathy vote. And Obia Opeso contest miracle biano, unforget it because the guy has already won the race. Now to conclude, we are talking about what? The MPP is saying when they come back to power, they are going to be doing this, they are going to be doing that. People should watch out, they should make sure they cross the T's, they dot the I's.
Jesus cross.
Look,
sound of boss.
Yeah, building society, Biasa. Can MPP respectfully say to me or say to all Ghana funny say, Omufri Abaimu 8 years, Omufri with a clean sheet, Anna. They never arrested anybody. They never detained anybody. They never went after anybody. They never investigated anybody. Is that what they want to create? Is that the impression they are creating? So as for them, they left government with a clean sheet. It is not true. They equally arrested people. They equally investigated people. And now you are crying about bail condition. Bail condition says, "Yeah, my brother, I can." And just say, I'm not doing politics. And yeah, let's speak like educated people who can read between the lines. But because of politics, sometimes we are clouded in our judgment. Say we are being told, say, go on this path, because this is the party's position. So people are now tempted to remove their own integrity, their own knowledge, their own understanding of things. They are ready to set it aside and follow a political party. And normal. Are you getting my point? But and then they be me say, Uko police cells Ghana ha. Look, Kofi, there are a lot of our own brothers and colleagues who, for minor crimes, have been given certain bills that as at now they cannot meet it. And our bills, are done business in the court. Because you see, the bail condition be my bet make us bring a landed property. So, Madam will be on your case now. Look, the person who even gave us the property, they were the court clerks.
I see.
The court clerks. They know the people who are ready to sell or make their dogs a business. And tell me, I will be a court, I make a change so me or property be or and in case will be here before bail, I made me the amano. So when that issue come those who are languishing there are the ones who don't have abusia for, or they don't have people who want to take that risk and pay money. And yes, all of them would have been out from there because it's a business in its entirety. So yes, shed bail in Semnu as a national contest, not only in the political context. But say a bail conditioner, we forget about our own people that we are fighting to govern them, who are also suffering the same fate because some bail condition has been imposed on them, which they cannot meet, for which reason their rights have still been curtailed. So Oshaya Imran said, "My brother, back at Article 14 now. Yes, you have the right to liberty, the right to freedom, the right to life, pursuit of happiness, and all those things. But there is a clause, there's a caveat. That when you breach certain aspects of that law, your right and your freedom will be taken away from you. And it's when you're a public servant. Now, because sum or minu, now I see evidences have been leveled against you. Therefore, we want you to be arrested for you to go through the normal procedure. After 48 hours, either we are processing you to court immediately or we grant you bail and then we go to court later.
Okay. So
now that these processes have been enforced, where exactly has anybody gone wrong? But I can still want to look in that direction. Say, Ebia, we may want to encourage many people to participate in the political space. And to know, Ebia, Obiya Bibia, say, Yenshena, to encourage many more to join the political space, Yenshena, a bit discerning as to how we deal with people who are actively participating in the political ecosystem, so that many can come on board. It's understandable. Say, be a me rich, say, me here politics. Nebi or China, me party are winning power, ya me position be not intent or not deliberately, na sika bia fa baby, na ya chimi, na ya mami bail condition bia ebia, ene papa miensa na omukoji na muma miracle no, they have the resources. So assuming that nobody is in my party had the resources to guarantee me that quantum of money, then I'll be stuck up there.
Okay.
And so no and engender confidence in people to want to participate in the political ecosystem. It is a politician, though we want to curb corruption, we want to fight it. Are you with me? But that's why Lord Denning, one of the renowned laws of England, he said that the law must not ignore common sense. In as much as the law is there, we want to follow the law through and through.
Okay.
We shouldn't ignore what? Common sense. So our common sense should also tell us that we should create that ambient environment for many people to come and say, oh, actually, assembly to me crapona. So me need boa for crapona. Ebia. The system have another alternative means of helping, although I'll be taken through the full rigors of the law, but at least my rights will not be curtailed. If only my families or my colleagues or my people can guarantee that they can make me available at any point in time, why should I be giving some heinous bills that I cannot afford to meet?
Mati, on for Richard Suma and the Deputy General Secretary of the United Party, we can do this in 5 minutes. And so, boss match on opera batana.
Oh, time now, so Kofi, my issue because you see, me and Mark can say there's a need for me to.
Okay, you want us to still
because the time remaining, not afford this that into my mind. You see,
5 minutes.
Me and Richard in some more kind, no. So now can you the chart or no? I will never have like any problem with him.
Okay.
The fact that some of these actions by this investigative body under NDC is going to deter young people from entering into politics, no? It is a salient point. If he had said that, I think all the points, no, kind. The latter is much more weightier than all the things that he said. Miracles is no weight, or can't say, like, it's not going to be popular because of Raymond Nacha. Miracles himself, if I'm not mistaken, is like, he's more popular than the UP party. Yes. What are you talking about? So you see, let me state it emphatically, say.
Really?
Let me state, you see, more person say Raymond Achachi about Miracles na man popular. Ghana say akola ben like any Dennis Miracles. Sure. Miracles is more popular because of his stance from the time you were opposition. Government. You free government. He's been one of the hard critics of this government. He's defending our party. He's holding the government on its toes. Nyoma Miracles your memoir and amani dinyako baby. It's not about Raymond Achachi. And for somebody to say because of that arrest, it will guarantee him to win. Your friend is saying, "Your prime minister baby," and I say, "Yeah, baby." If Miracles is going to win, he's going to win based on his competence, his service to the Lakodiyama MPP, and then the modern more Obama party and a party maybe just at Obama. Not because somebody has made him popular like they think. Please, share. Okay, you see, the NDC want to portray themselves as the rule of law and it justice and you guys had your appointees. Kwabena before was it not standing trial? And there's assembly then you could see here. Yankwe Changa 60-40 didn't we hear that issue? Collins Dow that what happened to that issue? AG discontinued those cases. He filed nolly prosequa. Several of them. Until you guys should not paint yourselves holier than thou. I can't say justice like if in any case you believe say we're cleaner. If it was going to take us 10 years for us to get to the bottom of the matter, for all that we know say the wheel of what justice going slowly. It's not crime. But what did you guys come to do? And then now I can't say this it is alleged though. It is alleged, and then Mimisuma can't say okay wa. Ampa Mimisuma no because ebi otinebi assembly abaka kan ebi na ye na go to baby na wa akoye probably maybe maybe like he may not have even committed any crime, but mate matro and I say obi bet matro say o yen ko investigate okay just because of that, because Miracles then obi na atro say o osusu say not based on any fact osusu say. So that allegation in the honors bills, and you see, you are talking about the fact that we should take a till one penny for Munta Kamubarak, can't say our interior minister, together with the education minister, how do so? all of these in Penifo, like Omawa, like Abemu Pen, they've held several positions like in this country, and they are leading members of your party. Mr. Alexander Fiamuna de la Commander to Muse, Martin Pebu and saying, Yaka Ora, Asemo say, you feel say like Ora, or no capo Ora, Humpono, Ababeka say, or Moon Choke.
Abraham Amalabanso.
Thank you very much. All of these people, no, they are talking about the fact that young holding on, young Sheni here on your man, young coffee, that chance him to you. Penifo said that chance him to now, Odoko to Kodu and Jam home. And I make an Ebiana me, young man, what's now, like I say, a office on them, like Yoko like office on them. But Ebia not now, you do like we have what's now on them. I may not go on that time. And into my mom chronology. Say in Penifo or my baby's now office so nano. None of these people and I'm not it was the courts. Omuya investigations name not Yedaka court. It was the courts that determined that bill, not the Yoko boss.
Okay.
Into coffee, yeah, can stand more mention here because like in any case. 55 million. The IMCC a committee na euros a down no. Bisa say the whole budget for that a committee wasn't even like up to that amount na. It was not even up to that amount, Kofi.
Okay, my brother Kasabebre, we are speaking to principles and laws, but he is speaking in connection to political parties.
I see.
Me Kasano, me can say the constitution na ma can say. Offense be a bailable.
Okay.
But the same constitution also etu tembueninu ananipana or granted bail ni say you have to weigh the gravity of the crime involved.
Okay.
I am not saying and I cannot state say sa semna yediato Dennis Miracles abwaje so no why until after the investigation say you finalize your investigation say bia onye nti ye mfa ne kokota it ends there say ye nwie na esese kokota court ankasa be den ebe determine as to whether say oye guilty and say onye guilty. Okay. Now say you see allegation ya so obi natural say nyo obi natural no e allegation ye dey den ye dey ato so. Now say obi natural ye ntimi based on the fact say because say obi natural ntino e bia ye ma bail condition kakra bi say na be ya ubetimi ade enya unfa udi because obi na chroye name they will look at the content in the nipa na eden atro no and then na nipa natural afa Dennis Miracles abwaje ho nipa natural say 55 million Ghana cedis eden afa na se your constitution so to tembuani nu and say nipa no be granted bail ni say you have to weigh the gravity of the what of the charge of the allegation na ya eden ya level against onipa no. And one thing I make say, if you look at the amount of money that has been mentioned, any previous cases are Yankasaya witness who Kromwa in connection to some of the allegations in the Assembly, my brother, I purchase say Ubi natural kekeno. A fair say you between then I'm on that kind of bail condition, you know. I didn't tell because this procurement breaches no, you debate to a whole electoral commissioner. In Jessie who say a bonia wait ye then a woman. 55 million. Ebina, they said the all cannot say amount for the tutu where you made that issue became a national issue. Yenina kasafa ahubi. That amount, you know, I named 4 people and due to the competence of Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, they are in prison. Sikana ye can want some no. Esun since sikano. And nothing America say, looking at the allegations now, ya listed document in Imuno, it is only fair. Say that amount, you know, so. I agree with my brother when he was saying, say, in such a way, say it will encourage people to what? To come. But at the same time, no, it will also be fair, say, ye bibi, na obia or baby or person joining politics be who say over politics mu now don't saka or mind bibia. Onyani easy sir. Okay. Send a bear or chinabit said the mini blessing me say a bit my appointment, which I know for sure I'm going to get it. Yeah, mommy. Number who say Mr. Dennis Miracles Abwadimpo. Ekoye say no. Bail conditions stay near the tone so.
It will be a deterrent.
Allegation, like the allegations, the allegations are what we are talking about. But what did they say? And no to me for now a determine from committing a similar offense. But what did they oh, Entino, midima no sinu. Make us say a bail conditions na yedia to be so. Okay. Yenkunu, yanya ni shi. then is a Mirakabaji, Epa, Omeka say Yachin and Crabia, say a bonus umpa, Yanyashi, and Nuntino, MP before Enya Omwabotre. Okay. Now among granting a bill, no party in 24 blue, maybe Tamamini, a cranny, SMP before the Whisker Ghana, into 50 million, the minimum say, a me brother, I crowd to any quince. Into the Fajina Nachi, now your money bill now, Fay, Yama Yamrano. Enye Juma
Mate.
Minister Emre Emre.
Why allegation? He has to respond. What's the Miracles is bigger than UP, and I want him to answer that.
No, you say
small kind.
You say I would have wished. Say Anopa we are, ye free fear, ye babetina hano. We are discussing UP.
Yeah.
I get my point. We are discussing UP, but who are we discussing this morning?
Miracle.
We are discussing Miracle. And you say when they see Emre Ayebabe discussing about Miracle. We have so many other important issues to discuss. Sure. But what I'm trying to say is that as somewhere by any the place of his arrest. And then I'm asking a topic for national conversation. Yeah. So what I'm saying to you about now is that almost all the 16 regions in Ghana. I am saying that's what I'm saying that I have that's why I blame Iyoko. Utia said. Oh,
somebody who voluntarily.
No, so Yami can say, and Yami can say, and then Yajatum say on that score there, on that score, they could have done better.
Okay,
that they could have done better. But you see, my problem is that as for the United Party, you person Ghana for Omunti as you say approach you NDC. Any MPP or move famous is here, and not say MPP never abemus is here. If NDC, if they go after any NDC member, won't NDC also today be crying foul? They will cry foul. They'll be crying foul. The same way MPP is also what crying foul. So we need once upon a time. That's why they say all the great philosophers. Yes, they say all the great philosophers. When they see that, you know what originated philosophy? When people sit down, they ask, so what if all Ghanaians, once upon a time or one day, decide that we will not go for NDC, we will not go for MPP, we will go for UP. If they all do so, what will happen?
Okay.
I get my point.
Yes, sir.
Could it be the panacea so we can bring all people on the same table for us to move the nation forward? That we will have conversations that are purely based on what? Political lines. But and that conversation now MPP or the two in the defense of Miracle Abuajinu a purely political defense.
Okay, sir.
It's not a legal defense, it's not a defense of law, it's not a defense of anything, it's just a purely political defense. Simply put.
I'm sure about that scarce I'm just way coffee watch Romeo Kwame Montana na say shadow finish we can patch time so na Romeo Kwame Montana dey do pay to so the money